Hey everyone, Kyle here from World Tinker, and I'm going to show you an easy, beginner-friendly way to paint clouds. If you find this video helpful, give it a like and consider subscribing. As a quick note, I'm using an oil brush from Kyle T. Webster as the mix brush. No, not the same as me, as another Kyle out there. Just sign in with your Adobe account and follow the installation instructions. I've put the download link in the video description below. With that out of the way, let's get started. All right, so as always, first and foremost, you want to go and find a reference. Once you found a reference image from a search, you can then start with creating some background, some atmosphere. Now, I went with some simple blues and started building out some very quick transitions in here. So with some light and dark colors to kind of emulate the sky in the background. So the middle is kind of your middle tone color. Your top should be darker. And then the bottom towards the horizon, we should have a lighter color. Now, I went ahead and once I got that laid in, switched to that oil mix brush I mentioned earlier and started blending between the layers together. Now, I tried to go horizontally so we'd have less flanges in the background. It'd be kind of easier to make a nice transition. So once I got that done, I switched to just a regular hard brush and this hard circle brush, and then started painting in some silhouettes for the clouds. So I didn't really pay too much attention. Again, that reference is simply a reference, so use it at your leisure, but use it to kind of figure out what shapes do these clouds look like, what happens when they go off into the distance, right? In this instance, things going off in the distance usually gets smaller, and so we paint these clouds smaller that go off into the distance. Usually it's a little further down to the horizon line as well, and then anything towards the top of the image will be a little larger as those clouds are closer to us. Now from here, I've switched to a darker color to kind of fill in for some of the shadows in the clouds. Clouds are, full of water vapor and dust particles. That's kind of what makes them up. And so we're going to emulate some of the volumetrics of light going through those clouds by just switching to a darker color and towards the bottom of the clouds filling them in. Now you'll notice there's a good portion of the clouds that I've covered with this, but not the whole thing. Now once I've kind of accomplished that, I switched to that mix brush I mentioned and started then just kind of blending those two things together, kind of picking back and forth between the dark and the light color and using this kind of estranged effect that the mix brush has around edges of things to kind of give that fluffy texture towards the exterior of the clouds, and then continuing to work in and mix and blend the interior of the clouds together, and just repeating this process over and over throughout the whole image, being sure to make the brush smaller for these smaller clouds because their details are a little further away. They're not as pronounced, or they shouldn't be as pronounced as say the clouds that are closer to us or towards the top of the image. So from here, like I said, it's just a matter of continuing to rinse and repeat, try out some, different patterns, some different brush strokes. Sometimes I would go through and just dab and stipple. Other times I would use an actual longer stroke to see what that would do as well. But again, it's just a matter of working those things in, just repeating that process throughout. And that's it. Simple, quick, and effective. Give this a try and let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips or suggestions. Also, comment with any questions or video ideas you would like to see. Remember, if you found this video helpful or simply enjoyed it, be sure to give a like and consider subscribing. Until next time, take care and I'll see you then.